What up guys, in today's video I interview a horse and we talk about how to come up with a good idea as an entrepreneur.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a couple questions about entrepreneurship.
First off, guys, you're probably wondering, why would I interview a horse? You know what? That's a really good question. So we're going to show you in just a little bit here. Hey, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. But if you guys are trying to come up with a good idea that you can turn into money as an entrepreneur, I'm just going to give you a little bit of my 7-figure insight on how to do that. I did not go to college. I don't have the degree, but I do understand how to build businesses, how to make money online, how to brand and bring a product or service into the marketplace and have it literally go insanely viral and make you a lot of money. So before we dive into this too deeply, I'm not qualified to tell you any of this. I don't actually have the piece of paper. I don't have the diploma. I didn't go to college. I don't have the degree. And I have not learned from your professor that makes less in 1 year than what I do in 1 month. Most professors make about $70,000 per year. That's like a bad month's salary for me. So I'm not qualified though. I don't have the paper. But what I do know is a lot of people go into business and come up with an idea in the wrong way. I see so many people and entrepreneurs that are just getting going and I'm like, hey, what are you going to do? They're like, I'm going to start a print-on-demand t-shirt business. Why? Well, because I think it's cool. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. Just because you think it's cool doesn't mean the market thinks it's cool. What you have to do is look at it in a completely reverse direction. It doesn't mean that you can't do something that you're passionate about. Like you might be passionate about swimming. You might be passionate about being a professional athlete or like playing soccer or something like that. You might be passionate about custom home design or home decor or architecture or modern engineering. Like it doesn't matter what your passion is. You can absolutely make money with it and you can monetize it, but you got to do it in the right way. So before you go, oh, you know what, I want to start a print-on-demand t-shirt business because I like a print-on-demand t-shirt business and I think I would be good at it and I would love to do a print-on-demand t-shirt business. Stop right there and go, all right, well, what's the demand? All right, find the problem in the marketplace. Analyze it. What does the market want? Like, what does the market want? What do they want? What do they need? What's the problem they have? And who's solving it right now? Nobody? Maybe somebody, but not solving it very well? Maybe there's really not a solution. Whether it's a product or a service, it doesn't matter. So what is the problem in the marketplace? What do people actually want? Find that out. Survey the market. Talk to 5, 10, 15, 20. Talk to 100 people. All right, look at your market. Is it going to be a US market? Is it going to be an Australian market? Is it going to be, the North American continent? Is it going to be global? Look at the market. All right, is there a demand for this product or service right now? Is there a common problem, common denominator right now that needs to be addressed? Who's solving it? And if somebody is solving it, how poorly are they solving it? All right, because we can outbrand them. You can outbrand them. You can stop them. You don't have to even compete with them. You can occupy the market space. You can literally be the solution. And if there isn't anybody addressing it, well then even better. So what's the problem? What's the problem people have? What's the demand in the marketplace? Figure out what that is. Sell the solution back to them. And the solution could be a software, could be a digital product, could be a physical product. You have to determine that. I don't know what your industry is in, what your niche is that you're trying to go into. I don't know. What's the problem in the marketplace? Identify it. Survey the market. Is it 18 to 25-year-old males that are in this market? Is it male and female? 60% male, 40% female, pretty even from 18 to 35? Is it mostly Mexico? What is it? Survey that market. What are their interests? What are their needs? What are their wants? What are their desires? What's the problem they face that's not being solved right now? Identify that, and then go, okay. Here's the angle I need to take on my print-on-demand t-shirt business. Here's the angle I need to take on my e-commerce business. You can't just go, here's something I think is cool and expect it to sell. I've done that before. I did that with product launches before where I had a digital product and I thought, you know what, I'm going to teach people how to do this and this. And I'd go to bat and I'd spend hundreds of hours developing this course and this webinar presentation and I'd go and I'd do like $10,000. And I'm looking at my audience size and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, like there's a zero missing. And then when I started to realize, you know what, let me go out into the marketplace, really figure out what people want, what problem it is they're facing. And all I have to do is identify that and sell the solution back to them. And as long as my perception through the eyes of my audience is very well received, then I'm going to be the one that leads the industry, dominates, and occupies that space. I am the market. I'm not a person. I'm not a company in the market. We're not a company in the market, but we actually dominate the market. We are the market. And so that's how I recommend how to come up with a good idea as an entrepreneur. Just some tips, just some suggestions. And before I get into my next tip, my next advice on what you can really do to scale and just exponentially increase your income and make sure you have a winning idea, here's the interview with the horse.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a couple questions about entrepreneurship. You seem to be highly opinionated, probably a little bit more intelligent than most people that I've dealt with. I would like your opinion on entrepreneurship versus college. I'm doing a documentary just kind of about the whole college debt crisis and about how college doesn't really teach the things that are worth learning in life.
Now, unfortunately, that horse was actually more intelligent than most humans I have had the pleasure of talking to, and that's just a pure, cold, hard fact. Now, if you're just getting started with your idea and you don't actually have an audience and you're thinking, okay, Ben, well, how do I really find out what the marketplace wants? What I'd recommend is that you get together $100. You go on Facebook and you run an ad, and you can run a poll type ad, simply asking for people's opinions. And get that poll running up on the Facebook mobile newsfeed, the Facebook desktop newsfeed, and then also as an Instagram story or an Instagram feed placement. You've got like 20, 25, 30 different placements you'll be able to run that ad and simply test the market. Figure out what it is that they want, all right? A lot of times, the best products or services are selling time or selling efficiency back to them. In other words, they're making it easier or they're saving somebody a lot of time. For example, if a tire was not round, that would be a very rough ride. It wouldn't be efficient. People would be breaking the rest of the car parts on their car and they wouldn't be getting anywhere fast, okay? There's things like blenders, for example. Back in pioneer days, blenders didn't exist and neither did a whole lot of electricity, so you would have to stir everything by hand. Now, by the click of a button, you have a blender and you can make your smoothie or your protein shake before or right after you work out. It sold efficiency and time back to the market, and you've got to look at it in the same exact way. So you survey the market and you just kind of have an entry point, all right? If you don't have an audience yet, what you're going to do is target keywords and interest around that likely audience. You know, if you're selling canes, you're probably not going to be catering to people that are 18, 20, 30, 50 years old. You're probably going to be like 60 to like 99, all right? So you're going to target that audience. If you're targeting yoga pants, you're probably not going to be targeting a whole lot of guys. It's mostly females that are going to be wearing those yoga pants, all right? So you're going to market to primarily females in this age range to this age range that might have shown an interest in other brands that make yoga pants, or maybe they're into fitness, maybe they're into modeling, going to the gym, and so you target these interests and you simply run a poll, okay? And you're putting feelers out there. What you can do is make a few different ads. And in each one of these ads, there's sort of something different addressed, okay? Or you could do something very generic. It's like, what's the biggest problem that you have with your leggings, all right? What's the biggest problem that you have with your active wear? What's the biggest problem that you see with active wear? If you could change anything about your leggings or active wear, what would it be, all right? And you can have a call to action. DM us on Instagram. We've got something great. We're just trying to figure out what the market is, okay? We're just trying to test the market. We're just trying to figure out what our audience wants, okay? You could literally just be like, DM us, let us know the answer for a chance to win XYZ. Okay? That's a great way to do it. It's just incentivize, okay? What are the biggest problem that you have with your leggings right now? What is the biggest problem that you have with your activewear? What is the number one thing you would change about your activewear or leggings if you could do so right now? DM us the answer for a chance to win XYZ, okay? And they're DMing you on Instagram. If you're running it on Facebook, comment below, let us know the number one thing for a chance to win XYZ, okay? And you can do that. And what you're doing is you want to get 100, 200 responses. You really want to have as much data as possible. You're looking for the common denominator. The other thing you can do is run Instagram polls and give people options, either this option or this option. And you just start to extract the common denominator answer. Well, they're not comfortable. Well, they don't have enough material. Well, they don't make my butt look the way I want it to. Oh my gosh, I just want a really big Kim K butt with all the ass shots and the implants. I want it to jiggle, and I keep doing the glute workouts, and my leggings don't make my butt look big. Okay, whatever the answer is, all right? I don't know why I refrain to that voice and go to that voice when I do stuff like that. It's weird, I know, okay? So you want to just extract an answer. Now, if you have an audience on YouTube, on Instagram, or an email list, survey them. Something that you can do is get like WUFO, WUFOO, Woofu, woo, like woof, woofoo.com, and you can make a form. And it can just ask for people's first name, last name, if they, what they use their leggings for, like do they work out, do they go to the gym, do they do yoga classes, are they a Zumba instructor, maybe leave them a field to fill out, all right? And then from there, what's the number one problem that you have? And you can give them like 7 options, all right? And maybe you can even give them in order, all right? Wrong size, doesn't fit, sweat too much, doesn't make butt look good, want ruching, the little tufted things, whatever, like the little scrunchy areas, whatever. And you look for that common answer. They submit the form and now you're getting that answer, all right? Maybe it's price. Maybe it's price point, too expensive, unknown, doesn't ship fast enough, whatever. And so now you're extracting all those common denominators going, here's the price point I gotta be in, here's the colors that people seem to like, and you could just survey the market. So that way when you bring your product to the market, you've found their problem, you've identified the issue that they're facing, and you're selling the solution back to them. My name is Ben Oberg. I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you loved the interview with the horse. Please subscribe, smash that like button, drop a comment below if there's anything I can help you with. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur, didn't go to college. I spent a few years in sales and started my own online business, and now I make a killing. I get to travel everywhere. We just got back from Zion. We traveled to a whole bunch of national parks, through a bunch of states, did drone footage, did some cliff jumping. I make millions of dollars. I've helped thousands of people. I've trained some of the top entrepreneurs and their students in the world. And I'm here to help you achieve the same level, climb up the ladder with me, bring you up the mountain with me. Let's get to the top. Let's build that empire, guys. I will see you in the next video.